The College Basketball Experience Preview and Picks episode for Saturday, January 7th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Networks presented by WynnBET. WynnBET is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBET is what you need to win. Sign up today. Bet $100. Get $100 free bet over at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBET. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. State restrictions apply.
What's up, everybody? This is Cameron Krog from Loyola Chicago Ramblers, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride. Shout out to the Broad Stop. Thank you, guys.
Yes. Woo! Welcome to the College Basketball Experience Preview and Picks Edition for Saturday, January 7th. Wow, what a slate we got upon us. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, well, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, a.k.a. Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
I smoke and I drink and I don't have stress and I'm healthy.
Oh, man. These Saturday slates. Bonkers. I'm joined by my co-host. Give it up for former video coordinator for Bob Huggins at West Virginia, and I think he's making a special trip back to good old Morgantown. Host of the Ryan and Rush Show, host of the NFL Gambling Podcast. Give it up for Ryan McIntyre. What's up, man?
Let's go, man. Hey, I had dinner plans tonight, got everything out of the way, hit the road, laser focus at the crack of dawn. I'm going to Morgantown tomorrow for this Kansas West Virginia game. Let's go, baby.
Oh, man. Absolutely fucking beautiful. There's two games currently on right now, and two bets currently up in the air for me. We have Akron and Ball State. Akron's clinging to a 3-point lead, 59-56. I know on this very show I locked up Akron last night, but then I read news that Xavier Castaneda, who is the best player for the Akron Zips, was not going to play. So therefore, not only did I not take Akron, I locked up Ball State. I tweeted that out. That's why you follow us on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. But you might still be able to hit this even without, because guess what? He's fucking playing. I hate college sports injury reports, because I had read in like a local paper over there that he was not playing. And we'll see. Hope maybe I can pull it out of my ass. Let's see if Ball State can get it done. Huge game in the MAC, though. It's been chippy. They've been getting into it. There's this little tease, little tech called on in that game. There was
dust up, baby.
Yeah. And then you have Cal, who's up 17 on Stanford. Oh man, we are all over that. We had Cal plus 8 points. We took Cal on the money line. So hopefully there's still 8 minutes left in that game. But let's get to some of the other results, because we have a gigantic slate. Toledo looked amazing tonight. They won by 28 points against the Western Michigan Broncos. We picked against that. We didn't bet that, but I'm just saying we picked against that. How about Dartmouth? I told you this holds water, man. The white guy, 15-point spread. You can't do it in the Ivy League. You can't do it with Wisconsin. And boom. Dartmouth, not only does Dartmouth cover, they win outright. Yale is 0-2 in Ivy League play. Unbelievable. What'd you make of this one?
Great win for Dartmouth. I mean, Dartmouth, they came into the night losers of 6 in a row, but this is college basketball. This is the year of the dog. I mean, I feel like college basketball, there's a lot of dogs that hit, But I feel like we've had more dogs so far early in conference play than in years past. I think a lot of it kind of like college football with the parity of the NIL transfer portal. The top is not as high as it's been, and the low is not as low as it's been either.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to bench me? You know what? Fuck you. I'm transferring. Oh, I thought we might have saw some of that today. Should we address that? Should we address
that program's falling apart right now?
I mean, well, first off, you had the situation the other night where I don't know if you saw like Terrence Shannon, I guess before the jump ball, it seemed like he was going to walk off. I don't know if this story is bullshit or not, but either way, that's not good. And you saw Underwood just going absolutely fucking crazy. And then you have former 5-star point guard Sky Clark, who was originally a Kentucky recruit, played some for the Illini this year. He quit the team. Hit the portal mid-season.
Yep. It's the day and age we live in where if it's not going well, hey, AAU, I'm just going to go transfer in the middle of the season. So, I mean,
I only got 4 shots, and coach said, don't be a selfish asshole. I'm out of here.
Yeah,
I don't know what's really going on, but I find that ridiculous to leave in the middle of the season. You commit to the fucking season. All right?
Doubt. Amen.
Come on.
There's something with Terrence Shannon. I mean, I don't want to absolutely speculate, but I know for a fact at Texas Tech, Beard did not like him and Adams did not like him. So this is now the third coach where obviously there's some friction.
Well, you know what? You picked against me in that Dartmouth-Yale game. No, you took Dartmouth, didn't you?
I took Yale, but
you picked against me. You weren't listening to my logic, so I think I'm going to quit the show. Right now. Fuck the rest of the show. All right. Let's have the listeners figure it out for themselves.
You're entering the portal.
Yeah. Entering the portal after the episode, I don't even have a problem. But in the middle of the fucking, come on. I question, like, who are these people's parents? I liked, I'm getting sidetracked, but I like Quentin Johnson, the wide receiver for TCU, who's a beast for TCU. He's playing in the national championship on Monday. There was a story that came out this week because they're covering all that. And his father, they had a new coach this past offseason. Gary Patterson leaves. In comes in Sonny Dykes. And Zach Evans, 5-star running back, transfers to Ole Miss. How's that working out for him? Hope he enjoys watching the national championship. But he goes to his dad and says, I'm thinking about transferring. Everyone else is transferring and his dad goes, why? Son, they've been good to you, right? And he's like, yeah, they have been good to me. And he goes, you got a lot of friends here. You're working towards your degree. And he's like, yeah, because I don't really have anything bad to say about here. And he goes, well, then why, if they invested in you, why would you not invest in them? And
Amen.
He goes, I think good things can happen if you stay there. And boom, he's playing for the fucking national championship. Could have transferred.
Bingo.
Max Duggan, their starting quarterback, got benched before the season started. He was a starter a year ago, right? First game of the season, Colorado injures their quarterback, Chandler Morris. Boom, Duggan comes in, he runs away with it. Sometimes the grass is not greener on the other side, but unfortunately, these are the times we live in.
Well, and unfortunately, it's happening at the youth level as well. I mean, you just follow the AAU circuit. Player A is playing with team 1 here, and then next week you go to see them, and they're not even on that team. They didn't even tell the coaches that they're recruiting, and they're playing the opponent. It's like, wait, weren't you on that team, and now you're on this team? That should be an automatic red flag right there. Ryan Hassey in the chat saying AAU spoils these kids nowadays. I completely agree.
Yeah, I agree. Rob's in the chat saying Max Duggan had every reason to transfer. Great story, and he grew up in the city I was born in. Amen. We're all TCU fans.
I hope he wins it all Monday night. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
I bet on Northern Kentucky. First lock of the night. They lost. Oakland only gave up 63 points. What's going on? They have one of the worst defenses, and then they go on the road and only give up 63 points. The hell's happening?
Quietly, Oakland's won 3 in a row.
Can't be.
And they've held 3 opponents in the 60s all of a sudden after being arguably the worst team in the country defensively. Now all of a sudden they're a defensive juggernaut. Welcome to college basketball.
Yeah, unbelievable. All of a sudden, they look like fucking Tony Bennett's UVA squad. However, Big Red Fresh Gum, yeah. How about the Cornell Big Red? And how about me singing with my singing career? Sorry, lost about 12 listeners right there. Cornell opened it up in the second half. Wow. 19-point win. Call me crazy. Cornell's the best team in the Ivy League, right?
I agree. And this was against their former coach. This is probably the best team they've had since Donahue was there back in the day when they went to the Sweet 16 in 2010 when they lost to Kentucky. I love this Cornell team. They're 12-3. Their only losses are to 3 ACC teams, and they were in all 3 of those games.
Yeah. I mean, they're good, man. Harvard, I took Harvard. They win in overtime against Brown. Hey, you know what, man? I feel like my analysis of the Ivy League, I almost when you got to talk, I feel like I kill it in the Ivy League. Can't
Friday
pick
night.
can't get a game right in the MAAC, but the Ivy League, I'm like, oh, that's my thing. You know what I mean? Iona.
Hey, you know what the best part is? They
that?
play again tomorrow. The Friday-Saturday scheduling format.
I love it. And there's a couple I like. You'll be hearing from old Dundee in a minute here. Iona, I knew we should have locked this, man. We should have fucking locked. 27-point win against Marist.
The line stunk. We get scared.
I knew it. St. Peter's did not cover the 8 against Siena, or 8.5. It might have been. Siena, I think Siena could be a problem for Iona. I think they could. Niagara Falls. The stink almost hit for us here. Remember, we took Fairfield because we're like, why is Fairfield favored? Well, Niagara got the win, but it was in overtime. So, like, we almost, the stink almost hit there. The stink did not hit in the Quinnipiac Moving Company game because Ryder loses by 9 to Quinnipiac.
That game was closer than the score reflected, though.
Yeah. Wright State and Detroit. I was on the right side with Wright State. You go Detroit on this one?
No, I was on Wright State with you.
Okay. There we go. See what I'm doing there? Look, the one time I said we lay the double digits with Ivy, it's Princeton. Lay the 10.5. They won by 19 themselves at Columbia. Should have bet this one too, man.
Columbia's so bad, man.
Should have bet this one too. Next up, we have Canisius. This one, the stink pays all for us. Canisius beats Manhattan by 7. We both got this one right. Overall, I think I had a pretty good Friday night. I just need Ball State to somehow come up with a dub now because of all this crazy Castaneda shit. I would have never took Ball State if I knew Castaneda was playing. This reminds me of the Utah Thursday night game against Washington State in football, where they just don't tell us Cameron Rising, one of the best quarterbacks in the nation. Oh, he's not playing. We didn't. Shout out to other people in DFS like me that played him, and not only in DFS but bet on the Utah Utes. This is the one thing. And look, George Klavikov, I think he's got a point here. Castaneda, I thought he was playing. I got some DMs saying he was playing, Clark. No, is that not true? Is that not true? I got to be honest. I have watched little to zero basketball today because there was a gigantic power outage in fucking Santa Monica, California. So I just got my power back. Ryan, you can talk about this. We didn't think we were doing the show tonight.
Yeah, no, I thought we were going to have to do a college game day format tomorrow. I've been out at dinner, so I have not watched. I have it on in the background because I just got home right before the show. Castaneda is actually not playing.
Oh shit! So my analysis.
I saw the tweet that he was playing too.
What the fuck though? Yeah, I don't know, but okay. Well, then I might lose anyway. How about that? I don't have an excuse anymore. Well, no, Ball State just took the lead. There we go. Yeah, and then we have Cal up 18 with 6 minutes left. The
Golden State Warriors are 16 of 22 from 3. Oh, I mean the Cal Bears. They're 16 of 22 from 3.
Dude,
you
this would
shitting
be.
me?
Check this out, man. This would be 3 wins in 4 games.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember Mark Fox, the head coach of Cal, used to be at Georgia? And if memory serves me correct, he was the coach of that Georgia team that went to the NCAA tournament with a losing record because they won the SEC tournament. Do you remember that? The year they knocked off everybody in the SEC tournament? Could that be the Cal Golden Bears?
Why not?
Maybe
It's the Pac-12, man.
Maybe that's why you don't fire him, because he's done that before with a losing record. Maybe that's where he excels.
Pull a Georgetown a couple years ago.
Yeah.
That'd be great. 16 threes.
So my lock record, I'm waiting on Ball State. Cal looks like it's already a done deal because I have Cal plus 8. If Ball State hits, that's a winning night. If they do not hit, I have a 500 record for the night on locks. So just to let you know, your boy Dundee not having a losing night again. We're a week into January, so I will tout there. But yeah, I was without power until like 15 minutes ago. Believe it or not, folks. Since 7 a.m., 8 a.m. this morning. So I didn't watch one fucking game. So, and it wasn't only power, it was the cell tower. You texted me earlier this morning, and I didn't get those messages until a lot later on. I had nothing.
I was wondering what was going on. It wasn't delivering. I go, this is weird.
I was fucking playing marbles in my house, all right? You couldn't do anything.
I thought you were in Iraq looking for the Pac-12 network.
Exactly. All right, let's get to tomorrow's slate, all right? Because we have a fucking wild one tomorrow.
Well, I'm just out of school, like a real cool. Gotta dance like a fool. Got the message and I gotta be a wild one. Phew, yeah, I'm a wild one. Gonna break you loose, gonna keep it moving wild, gonna keep it swinging, baby, I'm a real wild child.
Oh, we got a wild one. That's what that means. Look, but before we get to the wild one, I also want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by WynnBET. WynnBET is the official online sportsbook of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Yes, WynnBET is active in a bunch of states, and there are tons of ways to win, including live betting and same-game parlays. There's great promos, odds, and payouts that are happening right now at WynnBET. Ready to play? Well, sign up today to receive a special offer. Bet $100, win $100. Limited to state availability, of course. There's so much to choose from, and all you have to do is head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBET so they know that we sent you. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET to claim your free bet today. Offer subject to change, terms and conditions at WynnBET.com. Must be 21 or older and present in the state where WynnBET is available. If you and somebody you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. I feel like it's the Ace Ventura shit. Soccer style kicker, 4-year grad, call your high. No, but we're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. At Underdog Fantasy, the season never ends. And right now you can play their weekly battle royale games or even draft your playoff best ball team. They also have a ton of great daily games for the NHL and the NBA. Plus, when you use the promo code SGPN at UnderdogFantasy.com, you get a 100% deposit match up to $100. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN. All right. Yeah, I see this game going on behind me here. I really want to be watching it. Finally got electricity. Haven't watched basketball. I have withdrawals if I do that shit. You know what I mean? Go a day without watching. Yeah. Day without watching. Look, I like to retreat. You know, I can pull in fucking Andrew Luck and fucking go up into the mountains eating granola. But damn if I don't want to go check in the hotel room at the same time and see a little bit of a game. You know what I mean?
No doubt. You gotta have something on in the background. I was sneaking some bathroom breaks at dinner tonight. We had a little gathering, so I gotta check the score. Check with the phone. Canisius and Quinnipiac.
Nowadays with the phone too, you can just go to the bathroom, pretend like you're taking a shit. Boom, you're watching a game for 10 minutes. You know, I remember back in the day, I'm sure you remember this back in the day. I mean, I know you're a little younger than me, but I used to have to put the radio Walkman, the earphone through the shirt, and because on the East Coast, the tournament would start while you're in school, and so you'd be like, if you're watching on YouTube, youtube.com/the college experience, you're like this watching the game or listening to I remember listening to Steve Nash at Santa Clara, I believe, beat the Maryland Terrapins at like in like a close game. And I'm like sitting in the middle of the class trying to study, and I was like, oh, yes, great shot. But yeah, the struggle. They'll never know. Like, I remember listening to the Colorado-Michigan football Hail Mary, Cordell Stewart, on the fucking radio, because it used to be on the East Coast. It used to be you would get the regional games. So you would miss like the Red River Shootout or Ohio State, Michigan, or
It's crazy, man.
I'd be stuck with Maryland, Virginia in football, some shit ass game like that, while like a top 5 matchup's going on. So I know what it's like when I watch these like old things of like the 1930s and you'd listen to your fucking sports on the radio. That was me for a little bit for some of the best games in the mid 1990s. So
made social studies go that much quicker.
Yeah. So if you're wondering why I think South Dakota's next to San Diego, all right, maybe that's perhaps I can blame Steve Nash. All right.
Did you say Santa Clara or San Diego?
All right, let's start this thing. Everyone said, Colby, we don't need to hear your fucking stories. You're boring ass stories. Ball State, uh-oh. That's what I'm talking about. Cardinals up 5. Can we hang on? Oh. All right.
Cal's going to score 100 tonight, by the way.
Unbelievable. Haas is fired. This is it. In my opinion, this is the game that gets him fired. But then again, I thought Fox would have already been fired. So those Bay Area schools, they don't care about sports. So you might that's like the sneakiest best job in the world. It's like you just
there's still nobody at that game, man. I mean, it's packed for what it's been, but man, those places, those environments used to be rocking. It's definitely not the same anymore.
Dude, I remember when Cal had like not even Jason Kidd and Lamont Murray and stuff, but then later in the 90s, they had a guy named Gino Carlisle that was a transfer from Northwestern. That place used to be rocking. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Like
the only place that rocks is Arizona. I mean, Washington used to rock. They're not showing up this year either.
Well, I know a lot of that might go back to like the NIL thing. Like pre-NIL, like the SEC athletes and the Kansas and stuff were offering so much more money than these Pac-12 schools, with the exception of UCLA and Arizona. So perhaps maybe you can throw USC in that mix. So I think if you're fans of some of those teams, you're probably like, what the fuck? I know for football,
Makes sense.
when I moved out here to LA and I was bartending, and I started to understand it. They stopped caring because they felt like they didn't have a voice. And I agree. Like I can tell you, I know like the Pac-12 gets a lot of shit. I believe there's an East Coast bias. No one ever watches the Pac-12 games late at night. And I'm talking not obviously now that they have the bad, but I'm saying even back then when USC was nasty and stuff, there was some really good Oregon State teams and some Washington teams and Washington State teams, and no one watched them. And like those guys probably should have been in the Heisman contention and ranked higher than they should have been. So I kind of understand the fan base, frustrations. We're saying like, hey, well, we don't even have a voice or a chance. So I understand that a little bit, but still, come on, support your team. College sports is changing. Let's go.
Agreed.
8:30 a.m. for me on the West. By the way, and Terrell Furman will be live at 8 a.m. on the West. So this game will be going on, tipping, while we'll be live tomorrow morning talking best games, best bets, line movement, all that good stuff. Notre Dame heads into Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Notre Dame's getting 12.5 points. Well, look, I mean, Wake covered. I'll take the 12.5 to start things off. Last time they played, Notre Dame won it outright. I know that was in South Bend, but still, give me the points. What are you doing here?
Notre Dame obviously is struggling. They're 0-4 in ACC play. This is a lot of points, and it's an early game. I'll lean to the Irish, and correct me if I'm wrong, Terrell's a Carolina fan too, right?
He is. So
yeah,
he's gonna have to deal with that while we're recording. But I want his opinion on the way things are going for Carolina anyway. I know they got the Wake win, but we'll see.
Yeah, there's no way he can be, pleased with, preseason number 1, and now they're, what are they overall now? I mean, it feels like they've lost what 4 or 5 games already. Yeah,
Yeah,
5
it
games,
should be
not 10 and
6.
5.
That Pete Nance
Yeah.
game winner or not game winner, game tire to send it to overtime against Ohio State.
Against Ohio State. Yeah.
St. John's. I hear Andre Curbello's traveling with the team. I don't know what the fuck that means. Does that mean he's playing? I hate
Doesn't
reports.
even matter, does it? Yeah.
Yeah, he's traveling with the team. Well, guess what? They're going into the dunk. Providence coming off a gigantic win, so I see the letdown spot, but that stadium is a gigantic home advantage. I will lay the 7.5 with Providence. What are you doing here?
I kind of lean to the Johnnies here. I feel like Providence, yes, we love them, especially love them as a dog, but all they do is play close games, it feels like. So I'll lean to the Johnnies here with the points.
There we go. Well, I can lock up something here. UConn's only laying 6.5 at home against Michael Crichton and the Blue Jays. Okay. This is UConn gets back on track. They win by double digits. What are you doing here?
I'm going to go UConn, but I think Creighton's slowly getting right as well. Ever since they got Faulkner back, they've won 3 in a row. So I expect an intense game. Both teams want to keep it rolling here. UConn wants to get back on track. Creighton wants to keep it rolling.
UConn's going to destroy them. 2 losses in a row.
Could.
They're going to fucking destroy them. And you could take that to the bank. I hope. I mean, if I'm wrong, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Nebraska heads to Minneapolis. The barn. Might as well be the farm. Williams Arena. Nebraska won this matchup by 13 a season ago. I think Nebraska's the better team. I will lay the points on the road. What are you doing?
What'd you say the number was with Nebraska and Minnesota?
-3.5 for the Cornhuskers.
Yeah, I'll lay the points. I mean, Minnesota, they're almost auto fade. I will take Nebraska, even though they are away from Lincoln. Don't love it.
Yeah, I don't love it either. So Ball State's got a 7-point lead with 26 seconds left. I don't want to celebrate yet because Towson had like a fucking 12-point lead with like 45 seconds left, and I feel like that game pushed. But
ridiculous.
Let's go. Davidson is at VCU. It's a good game in the A10 here. Two of the blue bloods in the A10, I would say, over the past decade. This is lock potential. You can talk me into a lock here. VCU -5.5. I'm taking VCU. So VCU's coming off a bad loss.
Yes.
Davidson. I mentioned this before. Shout out to Davidson. They beat Loyola way more than I thought Loyola was going to win it outright. Davidson doesn't have any athleticism though. So when you play a team that's super athletic like VCU, I think they might get fucked up here. So let's go. Give me VCU -5.5. Let's go. The Stewart C. Siegel Center will be rocking. Shout out to Justin Casey in the chat. Was hoping you wouldn't be on this early. Fuck. By the way, thanks for the Cal +600 money line play, King. Let's fucking go. There we go.
There you go.
Fucking go. And boom, Pick Dundee has another winning day now with Boise State. I'm sorry, with Ball State. I can't get my teams right. Ball State, Cal, and the Big Red of Cornell. Only one loss. 3-1 on the night, folks. Subscribe. I've been on fire since January. You've been on fire. Noah Beanick's been on fire. Let's go.
Hey, I'm joining you on that lock, by the way. Let's go Rams. Bad matchup for Davidson. Take the athletes.
Oh yeah. I even got some better music for us on this one here. All right, next up.
Please the neighbors.
Northern Illinois is at Buffalo. Buffalo's laying 10.5 points right now. Yeah. I don't like laying big numbers to Buffalo. I feel like they kind of fall asleep at the wheel when it's big. I will take Northern Illinois plus the 10.5. Don't like it though. Do not bet this. What are you doing here?
Yeah, don't bet this either. I'll lean to Buffalo just because they're at home, but I don't love this. I think it's right around that 10 mark. Let's go.
Mookie for life, 22
Let's
says,
go,
you guys
Mookie.
have me on fire. Glad I found this show. Glad we could help out, brother. Appreciate you listening.
Yep.
So, hey, there we go. And shout out to Mookie
Don't
Blaylock,
forget-
Mookie Betts, or whoever
Don't
the
forget
fuck.
to leave a review, baby.
Yeah, hop on over to iTunes. Give us a 5-star review if you can. Takes a minute out of your day. We'd certainly appreciate it. Sponsors, look at that. I've probably been told by close to 30 different sponsors over the years that's one of the first things they like to see. They check. So Vanderbilt is heading to Columbia, Missouri. Oof. The Mizzou Arena. Very original. Vanderbilt won by 8 the last time they played. The spread is Mizzou minus 8.5. You know what, man? I'm buying into Mizzou. I will lay the 8.5 points. I'm buying into this team. I was impressed. I was really impressed, in the loss, in the win against Kentucky, in the loss at Arkansas. Give me Mizzou minus the points. What are you doing here?
I will join you here, although I will say Vanderbilt is quietly playing a little bit better. They've won 3 in a row. I know they haven't beat the best teams, but for Vanderbilt's expectations, winning 3 in a row is a success. But I like Missouri under Dennis Gates here, man. They're playing well.
Yeah. Look, I mean, the chat is rolling along. The chat is rolling. Shout out to all these great people. College basketball experience over college game day. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Texas. Yeah, hell yeah. Texas. Chris Beard, he's in the unemployment line. And now they go into Stillwater, where, I mean, you want to talk about a little smell? Oklahoma State's laying 2.
Oh, yeah.
I will take Oklahoma State minus 2. What are you doing? Yeah, something ain't
boom,
right
boom,
here.
Boom.
Yeah,
guns up, baby. Cowboys.
Morale might be a little bit down there.
Horns down.
In Austin, Texas. Yeah, horns down for sure. Let's go. Where the hell?
They always get up for Texas at Oklahoma State. I mean, we see it in football, but especially in basketball as well. They take this game personal. They're gonna put it on the Longhorns.
Let's go. Yeah, for sure. Georgia Tech heads into Tallahassee. I mean, I guess this is important. Georgia Tech, all of a sudden, with the ACC being so shitty, Georgia Tech just beat Miami, and you're like, hey, if they can win a couple games, they might be going somewhere. I'm trying to get an update on what this line is. I'm seeing Georgia Tech getting 2.5 in Tallahassee. Give me Florida State. Georgia Tech just had that big win.
Yeah.
Give me Florida State. I'm not locking it. It's fucking crazy to lock.
You can't lock the Seminoles, man. They're terrible. Georgia Tech's terrible, but everybody's in it in the ACC. So let's go Seminoles.
I mean, because of that, it actually becomes like a game I actually think I need to pay attention to at the studio tomorrow. It's like, no,
everybody's in the hump at Louisville.
Yeah. Georgia, the Snow White Bowl. Georgia's getting 7.5 in the swamp ass of Gainesville, Florida. They're 4-6 in their last 10. Oh man. I'm all over Georgia plus 7.5. Sprinkle some on the money line. Mike White, this is personal.
Yep.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm on Georgia as well. I'm going to lock it up. Sprinkle some on the money line. This is personal, man. He wants to go back and stick it to Florida.
Oh, Moneyline Mac. Hopping on the Bulldogs. Bulldogs plus 7.5 in Gainesville. Milwaukee is taking on IPFW Airport. And it's a game. This is like a low-key decent game here. I'll take Milwaukee plus the 8.5. What are you doing?
I'm gonna take the points as well. Milwaukee, I think they're feisty under who is it? It's Bart Lundy. Yeah, Bart Lundy's the coach there now. Yep.
Coming over from Queens, not Charlotte.
Queens, yeah. He's the one that got Queens going. He's a good coach.
Hell yeah. I don't have a line on Long Island Fairleigh Dickinson. Chat, if you want to get in there, I would just say no matter what, never take Long Island.
You can have a Long Island, but don't take Long Island.
Yeah, you're going to need a Long Island if you're watching that game. Duke heads the Chestnut Hill to take on Boston College. Duke is laying 10. I mean, I can't take them. I cannot take Duke after that performance the other night. Both, and they're 0-2 on the road. Give me BC plus the points. Give me BC plus the 10. Let's go. What are you doing?
Yeah, and Boston College is good at home. They've beaten Notre Dame and Virginia Tech 2 games in a row at home. Yeah, and Stonehill. So that's 3 in a row for them at home. Man, I kind of want to lock up BC. They've always given Duke fits up there.
That is
but you know what? Duke's off a loss. Duke is off a loss.
An embarrassing loss. They never had a fucking lead. They didn't even sniff a lead in that game.
If Shire loses this game, Coach K's back, so he needs to win this game.
Yeah.
That old rat's going to come out of retirement.
He's down there in Panama getting stem cell treatments. Seen coach another 30 years. Maybe the game of the day. Kentucky's at Alabama. Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I saw some rumblings. We're trendsetters here on the college basketball experience.
I saw that. Yep.
We were. Did we say that on air or was that after? That was on air at the end of the episode.
We said it live on air at the end. We threw out some names, and then all of a sudden, at the end, I said, "Whoa! John Calipari is going to be the head coach of Texas." That makes sense.
And
for
I
both
already
parties.
see some people tweeting this out. I think this is going to happen. This just makes too much sense.
Yes.
Oh, you don't appreciate me, Kentucky? Do you remember Billy Gillespie? Peace. I'm going to Austin. I'm going to drink Tito's all day. Kentucky at Bama, though. Kentucky won the previous matchup by 9. This game's on ESPN and at the Coleman Coliseum. Bama 7-0 at home. I'm all over Bama here. I'm laying the 5.5. What are you doing?
I'm locking it. Roll Tide, roll. They're going to put it on Kentucky. Kentucky's bad on the road.
Yeah. Give me, you know what, man? Fuck it. I'm in. Lock it up. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, injury-wise, CJ Frederick's out, who's one of the best shooters for Kentucky. There's a couple
bad
of
spot for Kentucky.
Yeah. Wisconsin heads to Champaign, Illinois. I will keep the locks going because when I see Wisconsin getting 6.5 points, sprinkle the money line. Something ain't right in Champaign right now. Wisconsin could win this game outright. What are you doing here?
I'll join you. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. And I believe our friend Chris Farley might have something to say about that if I can. Damn it, soundboard's too fucking big, man.
And with Wisconsin, we like to fade them when they're a big favorite. When they're a dog by 2 or more possessions, always take the white guys.
If you don't go to the University of Wisconsin, you're going to end up eating government cheese and living in a van down by the river.
Rest in peace to the great Chris Farley. UIC is at Indiana State. Man, who do you think the best team in the Missouri Valley is?
If I had to choose right now, I would lean probably to Indiana State, the Sycamores, but Southern Illinois is good, Missouri State's good, and Drake's good. I know Drake's 2 and 3, but
Bradley, Belmont,
Bradley's solid. Yeah. Murray all of a sudden is 4-1.
Conference is
That's a league.
UIC's getting 14.
Everybody but Evansville.
And they lost Loyola Chicago. I think, they're looking all right.
Yeah. Loyola Chicago would probably be in the bottom half this year.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
This line was tough for me. 14 is a big number. It's a big fucking number. And at the Holman Center, give me the 14, I guess. What are you doing?
I'm going to lay it. I think Indiana State, the Sycamore, I think they're pretty damn good. So I'll lay the points, but I don't love this one. This is not a lock.
Yeah, don't lock this one. We should consider, you can talk me into locking this one, but the smell is unbelievable. The smell, let me tell you, this smells
Courtney
like,
loves all over this game.
Yeah. This is like a river in Tijuana. This smell is so fucking bad. All right. Central Michigan has won 2 or 3 in a row.
Yeah.
They're taking on Eastern Michigan. So Central Michigan 6-8, 1 at Michigan. Eastern Michigan 3-11. I mean, why is Eastern Michigan favored? By 1.5.
They're going to win. Yep.
I'm taking fuck Eastern Michigan. I'm taking Central Michigan. I'm not locking it, but I'm taking Central Michigan. I can't take this Eastern Michigan team ever again. What are you doing here?
I'm locking up Eastern Michigan. Going back to the well, baby. Line stinks. I'm grabbing it.
Money line, Mac. Can't believe. I just want to remind you. I just want to remind you of something that's been going on this season.
You hate this team.
Ready? You ready? I'm going to rattle off there a little bit. Okay, they got up for Michigan. They're not going to get up for Central Michigan. There are other opponents that they've played that aren't name brands. Bradley lost by 28. Oakland, they only lost by 2. But IPFW 7, Winthrop 14. Winthrop sucks this year. UC San Diego 3. They beat the Airport. They lost to Florida Atlantic by 28. They lost to Illinois State by 6. They lost to Niagara by 7. They did beat Detroit. I don't know how that happened.
They beat all the Michigan schools, or they get up for the Michigan schools.
They beat they lost to South Carolina by 10. Bowling Green by 26. I mean,
look at the chat. The chat's like, I can't do it. EMU is so ballsy. Oh God, it's gross. Oh yeah, let's go.
Fuck that.
Come on, Amani Bates.
Fuck that.
Hey,
team.
this is your new Nevada. This is your new Nevada.
Fuck that team. I they're the worst. Southern Illinois. This game is actually fun. Game could be fun. Southern Illinois is laying 1.5 at Northern Iowa. You want to talk about smell? Tijuana River.
Yeah. Yep.
1.5 against Northern Iowa. I'm still trusting what I've watched. Give me the Salukis minus 1.5, but watch out for the smell. Watch out. What are you doing here?
I love this game, and I love Northern Iowa. I'm locking this. Man. They're going to win this game. Let's go.
Panther Pride. Moneyline Mac going with NIU. Or no, UNI.
UNI.
UNITY.
Letdown for Southern Illinois, the Salukis. I love their mascot, though.
Yeah, they are fantastic. South Dakota State travels to North Dakota. You want to talk about a team that also has bothered me all year? It's the Jackrabbits of South Dakota State. They're laying 4.5 against North Dakota. This is at the Betty Engelstad Sioux Center, Grand Forks, North Dakota. Old Betty. Oh, man. Give me South Dakota State. I'm going to ride them one more time. I can't do Eastern Michigan and South Dakota State. I had to pick and choose my battles. Give me South Dakota State minus the 4.5. What are you doing here?
What time's the football game tomorrow?
No, that's Sunday.
It's Sunday?
The geniuses over at the FCS and ESPN said, hey, let's play it. Our whole season has been played on Saturdays. Let's play the FCS National Championship at 11 a.m. on the West, 2 p.m. on the East on Sunday in the middle of 300 NFL games. Great.
Week
fucking
18 too.
Yeah.
Oh my
Unbelievable.
God. I thought it was tomorrow. They should have played it tonight.
No,
They should
you know
play
what,
tonight.
it should have been tonight. It should have been either tonight, or tomorrow, or how about this? Have that as the lead up to the national championship Monday. But no, I'm just an idiot over here. All right. What are you doing here?
I'll take South Dakota State, the Jackrabbits. I'll go back to it.
Central Connecticut State is taking on Stonehill. This is one. This is one you get excited for. This is one. I don't have a line on this, I don't think.
I wonder why. They forgot this game was going on
right now. This is at the Merkert Gymnasium.
Hopefully the referees can find the gym.
Yeah. If you have a line, we will pick that one, but I'm not seeing anything here.
Stonehill -3. I'll take it. Let's go.
Oh, I'm all over it. Stonehill.
Yeah.
They're not bad.
They're better.
They're not bad.
Yeah.
Rhode Island is at LaSalle. This game's at a pick currently.
Ooh.
I know we made the case the other night. Could Rhode Island be the team that perhaps takes advantage of the shitty A-10 this year as they get better with each coming week under Archie Miller? I'm going to ride that thought or that theory. I don't feel good about it, but give me the Rams on the road. What are you doing here?
You know, we got two good coaches in this game, Fran Dunphy and Archie Miller, two recognizable names. I will go with Dunphy and LaSalle, the Explorers. Don't love it, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough one there. Charleston Southern is at Presbyterian. Once again, another one I don't think I saw a line on this one either. So, get the SGPN app. It's free to download in the App Store and Google Play Store. You'll get access to all of our picks, all of our podcasts, all of our articles and content that we produce. UNC Wilmington is at. You want to talk about stink? Let's talk about it. Let's really fucking talk about it. Wilmington is at North Carolina A&T. It's the 6.5 point spread.
Yep.
Why?
They got Charleston on deck in the big showdown in the CAA. So potential look ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna take A&T, but I'm not locking this. I think this is a game just because of the look ahead spot. So beware if you are betting Wilmington, because I mean the game that everybody circled in the CAA is on Wednesday night.
Yeah, I'm still taking Wilmington. I'm still doing it. We got a decent game here. Campbell is taking on UNC Asheville. Campbell's getting 4.5 points. I've had a hard time with Campbell, as you well know.
I think you hate this team too.
Ah, man. I'll take Campbell. Let's go. Give me the 4.5. UNC Asheville's going to get the win, but Campbell gets the cover. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm taking Campbell as well. I think this is a game. A lot of these Big South games come right down to the wire, it seems. Seems like every game's the same game. Yeah,
no, that's a good comparison. I think that's an accurate statement. Very accurate statement there. Tulane. Temple, this game's good. This is also at a pick. This game's good. This game's actually like both these teams could surprise to me this year. Oh, man. Give me
these two teams are so inconsistent.
I know. Give me Temple. It's in Philly. Give me Temple.
I'll take the Northeast, guys. I'll take Philly.
IUPUI, the Jaguars are heading to Youngstown, Ohio to take on the Penguins. They're getting 23 points. It's a big number. Man. I think Youngstown calls off the Dogs. Give me IUPUI plus 23.
I agree with you. This is too many points. I mean, this is Youngstown, man. This isn't Ohio State. I mean, come on. 23.5 with Youngstown, although IUPUI is terrible. They are the same program that held open tryouts.
I saw the chat talking about this one earlier. Iowa State heading to TCU. Wow. You could make a case this is the best game on Saturday.
I agree.
State's getting 6. I'm going to take the 6 because I think TCU winning in Waco is a big deal for them. So I will take the Cyclones plus 6. TCU might win this still, but I like 6 points. I think it's a little too much. What are you doing?
I agree with you. I think Iowa State keeps this close. I think this is a one-possession game. I'm going to lean to the Horned Frogs. They make their free throws. They grind it out. But these are two good teams. I mean, it's hard to lay 6 points in a game like this. Points at a premium.
Yeah. I mean, that game's fantastic. Absolutely fucking fantastic. Ole Miss. Egg Bowl on the hardwood. Taking on Mississippi State. This game's great. Mississippi State's laying 5. I want to lock this, but I'm not because Chris Jansen's teams can't score. But I will lay the 5 in Starkville. What are you doing here?
So obviously, Mississippi, both teams got drilled the other night. Ole Miss at Alabama, Mississippi State at Tennessee. Rivalry game. I'm going to lean to the Rebels. Like you said, Mississippi State struggles to score.
Yeah, that's why the 5 is tough. I think Mississippi State's gonna get the win. It's the question is can they cover the 5? Radford and Gardner-Webb. I don't have a line. Chat, feel free to drop that in there. It's a pretty good game in the Big South there. Loyola Chicago heading to Fairfax, Virginia. George Mason's laying 6.5. This is the type of game Kim English will lose.
Yes, I agree. I had this circled. I'm like, oh man, this is a trap.
Eagle Bank Arena. They're 8-0 at home though.
Yeah.
I'm going to ride Mason.
Terrible too.
I'm going to ride Mason. Start your football program, George Mason. I don't feel great about it though. You?
I don't feel great either, but I will lean to the Patriots.
East Carolina. Going down to good old Memphis, Tennessee. They're getting 14.5 off of Beale Street there. That's what I'm talking about. Give me the points. What are you doing here?
I'm going to take the points as well. The only thing that concerns me is Memphis is off the loss, and they've had a week to kind of stew off that loss. So, but I mean, I like your team. I like Schwartz. He's doing a great job in year 1. So I think you can lose by 10.
May the Schwartz be with you. Next
or
up.
just money line their ass.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, I feel like we should bet this one. I'm going to make a case for locking this up. VMI is getting 16 at Chattanooga. Chattanooga's coach Dan Earl and Jake Stevens, their best player, were at VMI. I think a couple other players on that team transferred too. I think he was happy with his years at VMI. I think about a sympathy play. Give me VMI plus 16. Lock it up. What are you doing here?
I love that angle. Let's go. VMI, the Cadets, baby. Lock it up.
Let's go. The smell off the Tijuana River coming back in to the college basketball experience as Frank Martin, Moneyline Mac's former boss, heads into Washington, D.C. to take on the George Washington Colonials. UMass is only laying 1.5. If I was setting this line, it would be at like 4.5, maybe 5.
Yeah.
I'll take UMass.
Don't
that
bet
smell
it.
is there. That smell is there. Yeah. You agree?
Yeah, Courtney Love is definitely residing in the nation's capital right now for this game.
Yeah, definitely. Watch out all along. What is that? Northwest? St. Joe's is taking on Fordham. I actually hesitated on this one. Fordham's laying 4.5. Fordham is kind of counterfeit, but St. Joe's sucks, and I don't like them. So that is why the Rose Hill Gymnasium will be another dub for the Fordham Rams. Give me Fordham. I don't like it too much, though, but give me Fordham. And what are you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Fordham, but all of a sudden they get an A10 play and they went right back to their old selves. I feel like I maybe a get right spot here for them. St. Joe sucks.
Yeah, Hartford and Sacred Heart. I do not have a line on, so yeah, don't have a line on that one. If the chat does, we'll answer that one. But Charlotte heads to Boca Raton. Oh man. I mean, we should probably bet this, right? Charlotte coming off of that bad loss at the airport. FAU coming off that huge win against UAB. The 49ers are getting 9.5 points. Yeah. I'm all over the 49ers here. Should we lock this?
Let's go. And they're the last team in pace of play. So slow it down. Keep it close to Virginia Cavalier style of play. Let's go. Charlotte plus 9.5. Lock it up.
You're telling me they weren't partying? UAB won. Didn't they win the conference a year ago? FAU was partying at the old folks home. Give me the 49ers, the Clits, the CLTs. Let's go.
Bubble it.
South Dakota heads to North Dakota State. South Dakota, I pushed on them the other night. I feel like they're the better team. They're getting 3.5. Got to be honest. Fringe lock here for me. Not going to lock it right now, but I feel pretty fucking good that the Shields Center will not be rocking because most of North Dakota State's fans are in Frisco, Texas. So you're telling me I get South Dakota plus 3.5. I think they're the better team. Give me the Coyotes plus the points. Not gonna lock it though, but I think fringe bet there. This might be bet tomorrow. What are you doing here?
I'm gonna take the Bison, but I don't love it either.
Illinois State's heading to Evansville. They're only laying one.
Brush.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They're only laying one at the Ford Center.
Evansville's terrible.
I'm taking Illinois State -1. What are you doing here?
I think this line stinks. I'll go Evansville. Maybe this is the random game where they get up and knock Southern Illinois. They could bet, or Illinois State. They kind of been up and down so far. They've lost 3 in a row as well.
Yeah, that game sucks ass.
Next that's a good way of putting it.
yeah. Next up, we have Marquette at home. Take it on the Georgetown Hoyas. Georgetown's catching 18.5. Give me the points. Marquette wins by 12. What are you doing here?
Yeah, Marquette has UConn on deck. So look ahead. They'll cruise in there, win by 15. Georgetown covers. Congrats to Pat Ewing on loss number 26 in a row now in the Big East.
Unfucking-believable. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Next up, we have good old and by the way, now I see that Stonehill line. I'm seeing 3.5. Did we say that in the chat before?
We said 3. So 3.5. The hook.
Hofstra. Yeah, Hofstra heads into Williamsburg, Virginia. Hofstra's laying 6. I will lay the 6 with the pride. Speedy Claxton. Let's go. What are you doing here, man?
I'm going to ride Hofstra here, but I don't love – actually, no, I'm going to go the Tribe. I think kind of Hofstra's been a little bit up and down, and they haven't been as good on the road, so I will take Bill and Mary. Not William and Mary, Bill and Mary.
I think part of them being up and down might have been Estrada was injured for a little bit.
Could be. William and Mary beat Northeastern the other night. Mike Dyke.
They ain't beating the Pride, baby. All right? Pride Parade's going to come right through the Tribe. Michigan heading to East Lansing to take on Michigan State. This game is fucking great every year. I enjoy watching these. Michigan State's laying 4. I'll lay the 4. I think they get it done. What are you doing here?
Did you see Tom Izzo's comments that they have more than one tunnel? So that the rivalry's back, baby.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. I'm going to take the 4, or I'm going to lay the 4. I'm sorry.
Yeah, all of a sudden, Michigan's kind of feeling themselves, rolling at home. I'm locking up Sparty, though. This game's in East Lansing. They're going to get it done. I like it.
Locking it up.
Sparty.
Moneyline Mac. Lock it up. Sparty -4. I might join him on this. This one could be tomorrow. I like getting in on these rivalry games.
Yep. Home teams and rivalry games, man.
But speaking of locks, UTEP heads to Ruston, Louisiana. UTEP's getting 6.5 points. Tink, tink, tink. Give me the Miners plus 6.5 on the road. Remember, La Tech coming off that huge Rice win in overtime. UTEP gonna get it done. Sprinkle some on the money line. What are you doing here?
I like UTEP as well, but Louisiana Tech has burned me a time or two this year, so I'll lean to UTEP, but I'm not locking it just because of the road spot.
Man, this next game. Southern Miss laying 6.5 at ULM.
Oh, Monroe. First place, Monroe.
I'm sorry. I actually see 7 too. Give me. I can't fade Monroe right now. They're on fire. Okay, give me ULM plus the points. What are you doing here?
This is a game that they come back down to life. I mean, they've won 3 in a row. They're terrible. I know that they've won 3 in a row over Texas State, Arkansas State, and Georgia State. So what Southern Miss do the other night? They lost to Louisiana. This is a bounce back. They're going to get it done.
They can get it done, just not by more than 7 points.
I know that's a lot of points.
It is.
I'm taking it though, man. They're so much better.
They are better, but ULM's red hot, and they got their eyes on the national championship. So let's go. Give me the Warhawks.
They went from auto fade to national championship as soon as the new year happened. Christmas break was well to the Warhawks.
Yes. High Point is at South Carolina Upstate. Ugh. High Point's laying 1.5.
Ugh.
I'll take High Point. They need a win. This is where they get it. I feel all right.
They've lost 6 in a row. Yeah, they've lost 6 in a row. And Upstate beat Radford the other night on the road. Let's go High Point.
Let's go. Eastern Illinois is catching 8 at Morehead State. Which Eastern?
Trying to figure out EIU.
Jeez. I'll take the 8 until otherwise. What are you doing?
Yeah, Eastern Illinois, Morehead. What a game we got here. I will go EIU. You know, maybe it's a bounce back.
St. Francis, New York is at Merrimack. Warriors come out and play. Give me St. Francis plus 4. What are you doing here?
I'm with you here. Yeah, don't put this game on and don't bet it or call that number. 1-800.
What else do we got here? Grand Canyon. This game's good. Grand Canyon's heading to Stephen F. Austin to take on the Lumberjacks. Stephen F. Austin's laying 3.5. Look, Grand Canyon got really fortunate to win this the other night. I'm on Stephen F. Austin here. William R. Johnson Coliseum will be rocking. Give me the Lumberjacks. What are you doing?
I like Stephen F. here. They're always good in Noshagocious or whatever, however you pronounce that town in Texas.
Nova Scotia. They're always fire when they're in Nova Scotia. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Beer's cold there. Yeah, let's go.
Makes
Lumberjacks.
a lot of sense. All right, folks. I want to tell you folks out there that we are brought to you by the SGPN app, which is free to download in the App Store or Google Play Store. You'll get access to all of our picks, all of our podcasts. We got brand new merch all over. Brand new hats that are city edition. The College Basketball Experience has T-shirts for different cities in America, different college towns. You got to check that out. Hop on over to, get the SGPN app in the App Store or Google Play Store. I think you'll be really impressed by it. And like I said, you'll get access to our picks, our podcasts, not just the college basketball experience, our whole family's podcast. All right. Everything. Also, like Noah Beanick, the chat was asking for him. He writes a lot of stuff for us. All right. So there's articles published by him that will be on the SGPN app. You'll get that, all of that for free. So hop on over there and remember, folks, to let it ride. All right. We're back on the college basketball experience part 2. Part 2 here. Hopefully you have enough time to listen to all this shit before the game start. Next up, Denver. Where is Noah Beanick? Because Denver's taking on Western Illinois. This game, absolutely fantastic. 2 winning teams that probably suck ass. They
Good
won't be winning
cultures.
teams much longer. But right now, they're winning teams. I got the Leathernecks laying the 3.5 at home. What are you doing at Western Hall? Nobody walks into Western Hall thinking they can get it done. Give me the Leathernecks. What are you doing here?
I feel like if this was a night where we didn't have a shitload of games, we would lock this because I do feel good about this. Let's go Leathernecks here. Pioneers, they're not the same team without Noah Beanick in the chat.
Yeah, they're not. He's ducking us right there. He's on a date. All right.
Yeah,
out there.
he's
right
thinking
now,
of Tom
right?
Izzo right now.
He's on a date right now. Okay, just bought her a pack of Skittles. They're gonna drive her around for a little bit and just eat the Skittles. I want the green one. I'm fucking around, Noah. Love you, buddy.
That's
Wake
great.
Forest. Wake Forest heads into Louisville. Oh man. Wake Forest is laying 9.5. Give me Louisville plus 9.5. Give me Louisville plus 9.5. I saw some fight in this team. Wake wins by 7. What are you doing here?
I'm taking Wake. you didn't sound very you did not sell me on your Louisville pick.
I don't think there's a person in
Give
America
me-
that will sound confident handicap or taking Louisville's side. So there's that.
They celebrated like they won the other night. They suck ass. Oh man.
Green Bay is at Cleveland State. Cleveland State's laying 14. Oh man. Green Bay covered. What was that big 18-point spread the other night?
Yeah.
Showed some signs of progress. No. Give me the Vikings. All right. They can't. Green Bay's not consistently going to be able to do that. Give me Cleveland State minus the 14. What are you doing here?
You know, all of a sudden, ever since the Packers started rolling, Green Bay has started rolling against the spread. They've won 4 in a row. I'll take the Phoenix.
You're filthy.
They go, Aaron Rodgers, if you could do it, we could at least cover the spread.
Yeah. They might be able to cover the spread, though.
Yeah.
Watch that be a game. The Red Hawks of Seattle. They're heading to Arlington, Texas to take on the Mavericks, UTA. Seattle's laying 3. I hesitated. This was a tough game for me to pick. I'm taking Seattle minus 3, though. What are you doing?
I struggle with this game as well. I'm going to go Arlington. I feel like they're sneaky at home. I mean, they were in that game against Utah Valley till the very end the other night. They're right there to win. Had their chances.
Yeah, I don't know. Seattle's decent, though. Seattle's got a couple guys.
Don't bet that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ODU is catching 1.5 at Georgia Southern. All of a sudden, Georgia Southern looking all right after a shaky first week or two, I feel like. However, I think ODU bounces back. I keep riding ODU and Jeff Jones. Give me ODU plus 1.5. They win in Statesboro. What are you doing here?
I'm with you, especially on these Thursday, Saturday games. If you get a team that lost on Thursday, that's usually a pretty good team, good coach. They'll be prepared on Saturday in a bounce back spot, especially Georgia Southern coming off the big Marshall win.
Texas State is heading to South Alabama. Texas State's getting 4 after that huge JMU win. Not so fast. Give me South Bama minus 4. I actually thought about locking this.
Yeah, I'm locking this. This is a tough travel spot. I mean, they just played on Thursday at JMU in Harrisonburg. Now they got to go all the way to South Alabama, Mobile. They're going to get drilled.
Let's go.
Let's go, Jags.
Let's go. Lock it up. Valparaiso, the Crusaders are heading
You
to
said that
Bradley.
was a 4?
Yeah, 4.
Yep.
Flat 4.
Two.
Valparaiso's catching 16.5 at Bradley. Bradley's won 100 straight home games, I feel like. That's why I will take the Braves and lay the points. What are you doing here?
Yeah, and Bradley's coming off a loss. I think they get right. I mean, disappointing against Murray, and Valpo's awful, except when they play JMU.
Yeah.
Can't figure this sport out.
Kent State's heading to, Oxford, Ohio to take on the Red Hawks of Miami, Ohio. Oh, man, Kent State's a way better team, but I don't know. Give me the 12 in Miami, Ohio. Kent State wins by 9. What are you doing here?
I like that angle as well. And Kent State does have Toledo on deck. Those schools don't like each other everybody knows that from the MAC shin.
Yeah. Coastal Carolina is getting 12.5 in Huntington, West Virginia. Bring your meth classic. I'm going to lay the 12.5 because Marshall just lost in Statesboro. They're at home where they're the best fucking team in America. I think they win by 27. What are you doing here?
I was getting ready to say, you're going to call me crazy. I'm locking the herd, man. I think they blow out Coastal Carolina. They've lost 2 in a row. This is a get back in Huntington. Bring your meth. Let's go.
Moneyline Mac saying, we are Marshall. He's going to be in the state of West Virginia. He's just betting everything West Virginia. I thought about locking this one. Tennessee's laying 18 at South Carolina. 18 fucking points. Give me South Carolina. I might lock this by tomorrow. What are you doing here?
I like it. I'll take South Carolina, but man, you said it the other night, and you're right on. Tennessee fucks teams up sometimes.
Yeah, especially in Knoxville, I feel like. But it's just a huge number. They might fuck them up. I don't know. Give me the 18 in South Carolina.
The roster is so much better.
Yeah. Winthrop is taking on the Lancers of Longwood. Winthrop's getting 8.5. I see a 9 out there too. I'll take the points, I guess. You ride Longwood often. What are you doing there?
I really like Longwood. It's that's a hell of a statement right there, by the way. I will take the Lancers. They seem to always win these freaking Big South games, man. I mean, they won the conference last year. They're off to a 3-0 start. They're good at home. I'll take the Lancers, man.
I don't feel good about that game. Clemson heads to Pittsburgh. This is like the ACC game of the day. Who would have thought?
The game of the day in the country.
Yeah. Pitt's laying 2.5. Pitt never plays a road game, and that's why I will take the Pitt Panthers minus 2.5. But this game's going to be fantastic. I guarantee you I watch every second of this one. What are you doing here?
Yeah, no, this is a perfect happy hour game to lead into West Virginia, Kansas for me. Eat shit, Pitt. I'll take Clemson, man. I really like Brownell. When he has his back to the wall, he finds a way to win games.
There's a tongue twister right there. You have a few drinks, try saying Brad Brownell. I get it, man. Delaware State is catching 12.5 in DC against the Howard Bison. Too many points. Give me the 12.5. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'll take the points as well. Don't bet that game.
Northeastern is down in Hampton Roads, Virginia, taking on the Pirates of Hampton. Northeastern's laying 4.5. Where's our boy? I'm taking Northeastern.
Mike Dyke.
Yeah. He
Mike Dyke
out.
One more time, man. He quit on the season. He's in the portal.
I'll take Northeastern though. I wouldn't go much higher though. What are you doing here?
I'm taking Northeastern as well.
Maryland Eastern Shore's catching 9.5 at Norfolk State. Too many points. Eastern Shore beat fucking who was that? Temple? Unfucking believable. Give me the Hawks of Maryland Eastern Shore. What are you doing there?
I'm gonna ride with you here. Let's go Hawks.
This game's good here. Samford taking on UNC Greensboro. Samford's getting 4.
This is a good game.
Give me Samford +4. You?
I went back and forth on this game. Samford's been playing well since the new year, but I'll take Greensboro because they're at home. They're playing well as well.
Yeah. North Carolina Central, the Eagles, they're heading to Morgan State in Maryland. Central's laying 2.5. Lavelle Moton. That's all I need to know. I will lay the 2.5 with the Eagles. What are you doing here?
Yeah, arguably probably the two best teams in the MEAC. So I'll lean to Lavelle Moton. He usually has his guys ready to play in these bigger games in the MEAC.
Yeah. St. Francis, PA, the Red Flash, they're heading to the Vacuum Company. Wagner, the Seahawks. Wagner's laying 5.5. They've been a hard read lately. I'm going to lay the 5.5, but I would not go much further. What are you doing here?
Yeah, you hit it right on the head. I will take the points because they're impossible to predict.
Mercer is taking on Western Carolina. Western Carolina coming off that big win. This is at a pick. Western Carolina's been inconsistent this year. Give me Mercer to win this thing. What are you doing here?
Yeah, and I mean, Mercer has lost 3 in a row, so they need kind of a get-right spot. I'll take Mercer here.
Yeah, Furman, the Paladins heading to Johnson City to take on East Tennessee State, the Buccaneers. Furman's laying 6.5. Oh, man, it's a big number. But it's not big enough. Give me Furman minus the 6.5. ETSU's, they're off. They're off this year. What are you doing here?
Yeah, they're inconsistent, and Furman is definitely the class of the SoCon this year. I will take Furman, but too big a number to lock it up.
St. Bonaventure's heading to St. Louis.
This is a game.
The Bonnies are catching 7.5. I actually see an 8 out there too. Man, give me the 8. I'm nervous because this is a young St. Bonaventure team on the road. I just hate this Travis Ford team because they're extremely talented. They should be better. It's kind of like that. You know who they are? They're fucking Western Kentucky of the A10.
Yep.
St. Louis
over promise, under deliver.
Yeah. And their roster's better than what your record should be. Give me the Bonnies. What are you doing here?
I'm gonna go to Billikens, coming off the loss to UMass, and you mentioned it. With the Bonnies, they struggle on the road, man. They got it going at home, but they got drilled by Northern Iowa and Siena on the road before that.
Yeah. South Carolina State's getting 7.5 on the road at Coppin State. The Tranny Eagles are laying 7.5. South Carolina State's going to cover this. Give me the 7.5 with the Bulldogs.
I'm with you here. Yep, too many points.
Western Kentucky heading to San Antonio. The Riverwalk take on the Roadrunners. UTSA just beat Middle Tennessee at the buzzer. Give me the Roadrunners plus the 6.5. Home dog. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I was contemplating taking Western Kentucky just because of the bounce back and UTSA coming off the big win. But, I mean, this is auto fade. Stansbury, is he even coaching anymore?
I don't even understand. He's in the witness protection program or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, I mean, I don't know if he has health concerns or something.
They suck either way. Yeah.
And if it is, then I feel like an asshole because I've been shitting on him for weeks. But, yeah, hope he's okay. All right. Yeah. Montana State is in Flagstaff, Arizona, taking on the Lumberjacks. Montana State's laying 6. You can talk me into locking this one. Northern Arizona just came off a huge 1-point buzzer, like practically a buzzer beater in overtime against Montana. I could see Montana State putting it on them. What are you doing here?
I'm not going to lock it just because I feel like the line kind of stinks a little bit. Montana State's been good this year at 9-7 compared to Northern Arizona. Rare win the other night. So I'll lean to the Bobcats, but I'm not going to lock it.
San Diego State is laying 8.5 in Laramie. Oh, man. Altitude. Give me Wyoming plus the 8.5. San Diego State wins by 5. What are you doing here?
I love Wyoming here. I'm taking Wyoming. I'm considering locking this. Check the picks page tomorrow. Wyoming's good at home.
Yeah, Texas Southern heading to Arkansas Pine Bluff. NC Nick always makes fun of us for taking Pine Bluff, but guess what? Fuck him. I am taking Pine Bluff plus 5.5, but I'm not locking it. How about that for you? What are you doing here?
Yeah, NC Nick's asleep right now, so we're going to take Pine Bluff in the after hours, baby. Let's go.
Nevada's at San Jose State. San Jose State's getting to home dog. Oh, boy.
Favorite team.
Oh, boy. Give me San Jose State plus 2. Ride that money line. Fuck you, Steve Alford. What are you doing here?
Yeah, let me dive into this one a little bit more because I like San Jose State too. They're coming off a loss to Boise State. Compared to Nevada, man, I feel like they're playing with fire every single night. I'll take San Jose State, the Spartans, and I will lock it up. Tim Miles keeps it rolling.
All right, you can talk me into this one. I said you could talk me into this one. Let's go Sparty. How about the Sparty parlay for you, though, of Michigan State and San Jose State? I don't know what, Norfolk State? No, you went against them. You got to find another Spartans out there, but you got 2. UC Santa Barbara's heading to San Luis Obispo, take on Cal Poly. It's a decent game. Cal Poly's getting 7.5. That's enough for me. I'll take the 7.5 and the Mustangs. What are you doing here?
Yeah, it's enough for me as well. I will take the Mustangs.
One of the better games of the day. Xavier heads to Villanova. This game's awesome. Absolutely awesome. You got the experience of the Musketeers on the road against Nova, where they've been so good at home if they're not playing Marquette. Nova's laying 2. I'm taking Nova minus 2, but I don't trust this. I think Xavier could win this game. What are you doing here?
I'm going to go Xavier. I you know me, I love home teams as much as anybody, but the experience of Xavier, they're feisty, man, and I think they can give Villanova some fits with the matchup. Villanova's still not the same.
Yeah. Nichols is laying 1 at Northwestern State. This game's actually like a decent game. I feel like both teams are better in their record.
They need to play this on a Friday night.
Yeah, give me the Demons plus 1. What are you doing here?
I'm with you. Yeah, no, these games in the Southland and these lower level that need exposure need to be played Friday night, man.
Yeah, definitely. Lamar, they're catching 13.5 against the Lions of Southeast Louisiana. It's a big number.
My boys.
Lamar sucks ass so bad, but you know what? Give me the 13.5. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to lay 13.5 with Southeast Louisiana. I love the Lions as much as anybody, but I'll take Lamar. That's too many points.
Texas A&M Commerce heads into McNeese to take on the Cowboys. McNeese is laying 1.5. McNeese is coming off a rivalry game. That's why. No, all right. I'll take McNeese. I have a hard time with this one. What are you doing here?
Go Cowboys. Go McNeese. Don't bet this. Find another game to watch.
But I'll give you 1-2 bet because Fresno State, coming off of dethroning the last undefeated team in college basketball, if that is proper English, Colorado State's laying 5.5. Lock it up. And I'll give out a parlay for us. How about the Ram parlay? VCU, Colorado State. I know we took Fordham, but I'm not going to add Fordham to the parlay. VCU and Colorado State. Let's go. Are you with me on this?
Yes, I am with you. Great spot for Colorado State. Let down for Fresno.
Let's go. Tennessee Tech is taking on UT Martin. UT Martin's laying 6.5. Kind of hate this game, to be honest. I will lay the 6.5 with the Skyhawks. They fucked me all year. I hate this team. What are you doing here?
And Tech's coming off the big win. I'll lay with Martin. It's gross.
Tennessee State's doing a bid over at Lindenwood. Tennessee State's laying 2. Tennessee State's the better team, man. I'm going to lay the 2. You?
I'm on Lindenwood. They've quietly won 2 in a row. They are 2-1 in the Ohio Valley. They're in the hunt, baby. Nobody wants to do time there, baby.
Yeah, no one. Southeast Missouri State, SEMO's in Little Rock, but they're not in Little Rock because they're playing this at the other gym because Little Rock's court got destroyed. SEMO's laying 2. Line smells a little bit to me, but I will lay the 2. What are you doing here?
I'm going to go Little Rock. This line does stink, so when in doubt with 2 bad teams, I will take the points.
Texas A&M Corpus Christi, the Islanders heading to Incarnate Word. Oh, man, I'm drawing a blank on the guy's name on Twitter. I feel bad, but shout out to him. He actually does he sometimes will work the scoreboard, I think, for Incarnate Word. Big fan. I appreciate that. He's hoping that they become good, and I can dig that. Give me Incarnate Word plus 9.5 in the spirit of the college basketball experience. What are you doing here?
I like it. This is a brand play here. Let's go Incarnate Word.
Let's go. All right, big one here. Huge one in the ACC. Syracuse. They got their eye on the national championship. They're catching 11. Remember, Syracuse very alive in the ACC. Catching 11 in Charlottesville. Give me the 11. Virginia's going to win this, but Syracuse can cover. What are you doing here?
Doesn't Virginia own Syracuse, though? Outside of the one NCAA tournament freak show game. Virginia, yes, that's the only time that I think Syracuse ever beats them. I'm on UVA, man. Syracuse sucks. Can't believe
UVA is going to win this matchup. You ready for this? 55-46.
I like it. I'll go 60-40.
Alabama A&M is at Alcorn State. Whew. Alcorn State's laying 5. I will lay the 5 with the Braves. What are you doing here?
Bring your remote to change the channel. I will take the points.
Yeah. Delaware is catching 12 at Charleston. I almost locked this. Delaware is decent. I will take the 12 and the Blue Hens. What are you doing here?
The look ahead for Charleston as well with Wilmington. I'll take the Blue Hens as well. I think this is tempting to lock this, although Charleston isn't wagging.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Arkansas State's catching 11.5 at Troy. I'll take the points. Arkansas State won at ODU. That's enough for me to take 11.5 with them at Troy. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm on Troy. The Red Wolves, they're auto fade almost for me.
Portland State's heading to Moscow. Might as well be Moscow, fucking Russia, but it's Moscow, Iowa. I mean, not Iowa, Idaho. I can't fucking talk. Too many of these games here.
Vandals.
Vandals +1. Let's go. Vandals are the better team. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm on the Vandals as well. I'll ride it with you.
Wazoo, Washington State. Love their institution. They're catching 13 in Tucson. See, I think Arizona bounces back. They had the scare game with Washington. Yep. I'm going to lay the 13 against Wazoo. What are you doing here?
I'm going to lay it as well. A little bit hesitant just because Arizona, sometimes they fuck around in these games. But like you said, they had their scare against Washington. I think they roll the Cougars here.
Belmont is laying 1.5 at home against Missouri State. This line reeks a little bit to me. I would probably set this at Belmont -4.5, 5. I will still take Belmont, but it smells a little bit. What are you doing here?
This line does reek a little bit. I'm going to go Missouri State.
Diving away from the smell. Sacramento State is heading to Eastern Washington. This game's not bad. Sacramento State's been a little bit better than what I thought they would be this year. They're catching 5.5 in Cheney, Washington. I will take the 5.5. What are you doing here?
I'll take the points as well here.
Ohio is laying 2 at Bowling Green. I will lay the 2 at Bowling Green. Ohio is going to win this game. What am I missing here? Ohio's coming off the close loss to Buffalo. Bowling Green had that big win against Eastern Michigan. Bowling Green's not good. Ohio's a better team. I'm laying it. I like it. What are you doing here?
I'm with you because it's inflated because Bowling Green rolled Eastern Michigan. Let's go.
Let's fucking go. Houston Baptist is catching 5.5 at New Orleans. This game's absolutely fucking disgusting. I will lay the 5.5 with the Privateers. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'll lay the points as well. Like you said, that game is gross.
I mean, New Orleans, start your football program and don't make the students pay for it, all right? Lipscomb. It's traveling to Jacksonville. This game's decent. Decent game here. Jacksonville's laying 4.5. I'll lay the 4.5, I guess. I think it's a game. Jacksonville wins by 5. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm going to take Jacksonville here.
Tarleton, Billy Gillespie. Catching 9 at Sam Houston. It's a big number, man. You know what? Give me Tarleton plus 9. Sam Houston wins by 3. What are you doing here?
I love Tarleton here. I'll lock it up with you as well. I mean, Billy Gillespie gets the most out of his team. He keeps these games close.
Let's go. Central Arkansas. Central Arkansas is catching 8 at Austin Peay. The Governors.
Governor's got a big win the other night.
Yeah, that's why I think you got to take Central Arkansas plus 8. Give me the 8 and the Bears. What are you doing here?
I'm with you. Central Arkansas.
Murray State's catching 9 at Drake. It's a good game. Too many points though. Give me Murray State plus 9. I feel like I might lock this. I don't know though. Drake's good. Still,
Drake's really good.
I feel like this line should be like 6. What are you doing here?
I'm on Drake. I think Drake's a far better team, and it's a home game. Drake has lost 2 in a row as well. I think it's a good spot for him.
LSU is at Texas A&M. I was a bit surprised by this line. It's the smell going through College Station. LSU's getting 4.5. What am I missing here? I think LSU's better than Texas A&M. Do you?
Yes, but it is a road spot. LSU, I mean, they haven't technically, who have they played on the road? Kentucky was their first road game.
I was impressed.
I'm same. Yeah. I'm with you. And Texas A&M's coming off the big Florida win with forgetting the jerseys. I'm on LSU.
I'm on LSU too. I might even
Picks page.
Yeah, that one I might bet. North Texas is at Middle Tennessee. Good game. North Texas laying 3. I'll go with the Mean Green, but I think it's a close one. What are you doing here?
I think it's a close one as well. North Texas, they play slow. I'll also lean to the Mean Green. This is a great game, though, in the Conference USA.
Certainly. Dartmouth is rebounding to take on Brown after that nice win. Can they make it 2 in a row? They're getting 8.5. Well, that's too many points. Give me Dartmouth plus 8.5. What do you think?
Yeah. No, these two teams literally just played tonight. I will take Brown because Dartmouth got the big win over Yale. They're still celebrating currently, so I'll take Brown. Cocaine Bears. The other Cocaine Bears.
What do you fucking do when you celebrate at an Ivy League school? You like blow out one of those things that extends, you know what I mean? At a fucking like a 5-year-old's birthday party. What do you do?
Read an extra chapter in your textbook.
Yeah. Duquesne is at Richmond. Richmond's laying 2.5. I thought about locking Richmond here. I got Richmond winning this one. What are you doing here?
I'm on Richmond. Duquesne, they drilled VCU the other night. Actually, I'm going to lock up Richmond. I think Richmond's really good at home.
I think they could too. I don't know. Moneyline Max saying, let's roll with the Spiders. He's trying to gain some cred against, with his neighbors down there in Richmond, Virginia.
Smoking courtside seats.
Yeah. Kansas State is taking on Baylor. This game's absolutely fantastic. I'm very intrigued to watch this. You have the student against the teacher.
Yep.
Jerome Tang.
We're getting to the good games again.
This game's fucking great. This game is great. I will take the 6.5 in K-State. I think he's gonna know what Scott Drew's gonna want to do. He was his assistant for fucking 20 years. I think he's going to know, but Baylor's going to win the game, I think. But give me K-State plus 6.5.
I like that angle. I think this game comes right down to the wire, kind of like TCU, Iowa State. Baylor wins a tight one. K-State's got to come back a little bit. I mean, they scored 116 the other night. So, I will lean to K-State, but Baylor wins.
The Kansas Jayhawks are heading into Morgantown, West Virginia. We're a Moneyline Mac. We should set an odd, some odds that he might. Well, what should we set the odds at that he storms the court? I feel like his affiliation with the university and the fact he was employed by them, he might take it easy on doing the Jaeger bombs and perhaps streaking in the middle of the fucking court. But This game's fantastic. And guess what? I'm riding your boys. I haven't took Dub V in a while.
Morgantown, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Morgantown, WP.
Give me West Virginia to beat Kansas outright. What are you doing here?
So what was the last time I locked up West Virginia? My Mountaineers.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah, I usually, I pick them every game, but you could tell when I'm more confident versus when I'm less confident. The last time I locked them up was Pitt. This is a great spot. Kansas is a great program. Great program. But I don't give a shit. Hugs has something in his contract that he gets $25,000 every time he beats Kansas.
Really?
Kansas has gotten unlucky as shit the first two games, bailed out by the officials. They're going to need more than the officiating tomorrow night. West Virginia, I'm not just driving up there to just go watch a game. I'm going up there to get a win. Let's go. Give me the Mountaineers. Give me Hugs. Mountaineers roll. Lock it up.
There we go.
You'll always be home sweet home to me.
I need to get that in my contract. Get an extra $1,000 every time I talk Stony Brook basketball. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Alabama State. Alabama State's taking on Jackson State. Jackson State's laying 7.5. I'm actually going to lay the 7.5. I think Jackson State's the far superior team here. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm with you here. There's a letdown for me on that one, on my analysis after the West Virginia analysis.
Yeah, exactly. Utah State.
I had a letdown spot there.
Utah State is heading into Boise. It's a game. It's a fucking underrated game. Utah State's getting 1.5. Wrong fucking team favored. Give me Utah State to win this outright. If it's a close game, though, I am nervous because Shaver Jr. makes every fucking game winner. But give me Utah State plus 1.5. What are you doing here?
Yeah, no, the Mountain West, the Big 12 Junior. This game is great. I'm gonna go Utah State, but man, this is a game. This is a game.
Yeah.
No, actually, I'm gonna go Boise. They're at home. They're at home, man. This is a good spot for them. I Benedict there. Yeah.
There you go. Benedict that thing. It worked for me in Ball State tonight. Bethune-Cookman is at Grambling. Grambling is good. Bethune-Cookman sucks ass, but they did cover for us the other night. Shout out to Reggie Theus. For that reason alone, give me the 11.5 in Reggie Theus. What are you doing here?
I'll take Reggie Theus, yeah.
Southern is taking on Florida A&M. Southern's laying 14.5. Just too many points. Give me the Rattlers plus 14.5. What are you doing here?
Oh, this game is disgusting. I'll take the points.
Gotta take the points here. Towson is taking on Stony Brook. We just hit on Stony Brook the other night. Meanwhile, Towson absolutely killed us. Towson's laying 6. This is a game like Towson loses. You know what I mean? Like, they look good. I'm laying the 6 with Towson, but I just don't have a good feel about this. What are you doing here?
I hate Towson. This has been our kryptonite team. Up 12 the other night with a minute to go, and they still don't freaking cover. I'll take them again, but I'm not locking them for a little bit.
Yeah. The Ospreys of North Florida are at Florida Gulf Coast. They're getting 10. FGC's fucked us lately. Give me the 10 in the Ospreys. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm gonna lay it with Gulf Coast, man. They're coming off the loss to Austin P. I think it's a bounce back. They're the better team. Good spot for them.
Harvard is catching 9.5 at Yale. Am I reading this correctly? Give me Harvard plus the 9.5. This is a rivalry game. A fucking 9.5 points. Who the hell's setting this line? Give me the 9.5 all fucking day. Sprinkle some on the money line. What are you doing here?
I love handicapping these games where we just watched them literally a half hour ago. So it's like, all right, memory. Yeah, you know what? I'm with you. I'll take Harvard, lock it up. Rivalry, man.
Yeah, this is going to be a one-possession game right here. Yeah. Let's go. Prairie View is laying 9.5 at Mississippi Valley State.
This game is
disgusting. I do say you lay the 9.5 here. Prairie View is not bad. Mississippi Valley State's ass. What are you doing here?
Yes, I'm with you. Mississippi Valley State's 1-15.
I think we should lock this next one. Penn heads to Columbia. Penn is laying 7. Columbia sucks ass. Penn is good, somewhat good. I will lay the 7 with the Quakers. What are you doing here?
I'm going to lay it as well, but man, I have trouble laying these bigger numbers in the Ivy.
Yeah, but it's Columbia. They lost by 100 to 9. I feel like. Oregon heads to Salt Lake City. This game's. I actually thought about locking this too. Utah's only laying 5. I'm going to take Utah. Game smells a little bit to me. What are you doing here?
Oregon got drilled the other night against Colorado, so I'm going to ride the Ducks here. But, I mean, I don't have much confidence in it. The Pac-12, I have a trouble reading the Pac-12 other than Cal. Cal rolls for us.
All right, so you heard it here first, folks. I am taking the Utes of Utah. Moneyline Max saying.
Every time you play that, all I can think about is you, Sean, and Ryan doing that, and then Georgia winning by 1,000 on opening day.
Oh my God, that's one of the worst we've ever had. Oklahoma's getting 5 in Lubbock. Not gonna. We should lock this. Texas Tech -5, right?
Yeah.
Both teams are desperate.
Yes.
Yeah. Both teams are desperate. Give me Texas Tech -5. Lock that motherfucker up. The Citadel is catching 9 at Wofford. Yeah. Give me the 9. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'll take the 9 as well. Too big a number for Wofford.
The Thunderbirds of Southern Utah. Heading to Abilene Christian, getting 2. Wrong team favored. Give me the Thunderbirds +2. What are you doing here?
I'm on Abilene, even though, I mean, I know Southern Utah, they're good. They're coming off a loss, but Abilene Christian's good at home. I will take Abilene Christian, the Wildcats.
Oh, you just, I know what you're doing there. I know what you're doing there.
Soundbite.
Wildcats.
UAB. This you could talk me into locking. UAB coming off the loss. They head to the airport. The airport coming off of the surprise win against the Charlotte 49ers. UAB is laying 12.5. Why do I feel like UAB is going to win by 35 points?
Maybe 45 points. I'm with you. Let's lock up Andy Kennedy. Great spot.
Let's do it.
FIU sucks ass.
Yes. I don't know how they won that game the other night. Utah Valley is laying 10.5 at the Mexican Rio Grande River. What the fuck? 10.5 too many. I know Valley's good. But look, that many fucking white guys from Utah haven't been down to fucking since their last mission. They haven't been down to Mexico. All right. Give me the 10.5 with the what the fuck? UTRVG. I think I pronounced that correctly.
The Vaqueros.
Yeah.
That's my old boss down there, Matt Figger. They're struggling right now. I'll take UTRGV though. It's right on the border, baby. Take the Mexicans.
Love it. We should lock this one. I think we should go back to the well. NC State coming off of the blowout win against Duke.
I love this.
They're in Blacksburg taking on Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech's laying 5.5. Give me the Hokies -5.5. They might win by 20. What are you doing here?
Shout out to you, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. We're locking up the Hokies. Let's go.
Gobble, gobble.
Gobble, gobble.
App State is taking on JMU. I'm so afraid of this fucking game. JMU's laying 11. I'll lay the 11. I don't know what to do. Part of me is like, App State's, they can hang in this game. But then I'm like, 11 points? I don't know. This game's hard.
JMU's impossible. I'm going Mountaineers. It's a good night for the Mountaineers everywhere.
Oh, there you go. Omaha Steaks are heading to St. Thomas to take on the Tommies. Tommies are laying 7? That's just disrespect. Should we lock up our boys? Should we bet our boys?
Yeah.
Should we go back to that well?
The books have not caught up. The Tommies are unbelievable at home. It's like playing at the Fog.
Give me the St. Thomas, the Tommies. Let's go. Have some fun. Next up, Montana, the Grizz. They're heading to Northern Colorado. What the fuck happened to Northern Colorado this year? I don't know what it is, but give me the Grizz +1 because Northern Colorado's been total ass this year. What are you doing here?
Yeah, they have been total ass this year, like you said. I will take I'll take the Golden Bears.
Oh, going with the Golden Bears. Pacific Ocean's heading down to the waves of Pepperdine. Pepperdine's laying 7.5. You know, I was like ready to lock up Pacific, and I said, wait a second. Isn't Pepperdine like fire at home?
Yes.
Give me the waves. Give me the waves. Although everything tells me to take Pacific in the points. The line doesn't make sense to me. What are you doing here?
I'm on Pepperdine as well. They're good at home, and they just lost a home game, so I think it's a good spot to bounce back and put it on Pacific.
UMKC, the Kangaroos, are heading to Tulsa, Oklahoma to take on Oral Roberts.
Hopping over
16. There. That's too many points. Give me the 16 and the Kangaroos. What are you doing here?
I like that because Oral Roberts has New Mexico on Monday.
Yeah. Lock it up. Almost. No, don't lock it up. UMKC's
No.
weird.
Yeah.
The Matadors of Cal State Northridge. The Mastodons, the Matadors. I'm all over the fucking place. They're taking on the Highlanders of UC Riverside. Riverside got upset by Fullerton the other night. That's why I think Riverside bounces back. I will lay the 10 with the Highlanders. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm going to take the points here. Struggle with this game.
Kennesaw State heads to the Royals of Queens University of Charlotte.
Second greatest team in the country behind St. Thomas.
Let me just try to understand this. You think Kennesaw is going to cover 3.5 in the greatest fucking stadium in America? Give me Queens -3.5. Lock it up, people. This place is going to be rocking. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm with you, Queens. Take Queens and the Tommies. Parlay them too. Let's go.
Boom. Georgia State is heading to Lafayette, Louisiana. They're getting 8.5. I'll take the points. You?
I'll take the points as well here.
Cal State Bakersfield's heading to UC Davis. UC Davis laying a solid 7.5 points right now. It's enough for me. Bakersfield's been terrible on the road. Give me Davis minus the points.
Yeah, I'm with you here. I'm taking Davis. Bakerfield struggles on the road continue.
BYU heads down to Steve Lavin's San Diego Toreros in La Jolla.
Can't figure out San Diego, man.
I'll take the points. 4.5. Give me San Diego +4.5. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I mean, San Diego's been up and down. They beat San Fran. They lose to Pacific and Northridge. I'll take San Diego.
This is a good one here. Stetson taking on North Alabama. North Alabama is catching 2.5. I'll take the Lions at home as a home dog. You?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Lions as well here.
SIU Edwardsville's taking on the Screaming Eagles of Southern Indiana. This line reeks a little bit because SIU is a dog. I repeat, SIU is a dog. Give me SIU plus the 1. What are you doing?
I'm locking up the Screaming Eagles. Another brand play. Queens, Tommies, Screaming Eagles. Those are our teams. Lock it up. Let's go.
Dude, Edwardsville's good. I can't just ignore how good they are.
But do you remember last time an Indiana team came in there? It was Indiana State, and they beat them. That place was rocking.
That's true.
Yeah.
Let's
go.
True.
Lock up the Screaming Eagles, baby.
Moneyline Mac is locking up the Screaming Eagles. Pick Dundee staying away. Staying away. Arkansas heads into Arkansas is getting 2. Give me the 2.
Ooh.
Wrong team favored. Give me Arkansas plus 2. You?
Yeah, you can't lock. I mean, Arkansas is the better team, but like the jungle gets absolutely lit. I'll take Auburn here, actually.
Cal Baptist heads to New Mexico State. Las Cruces, we got a home game, so our boy on house arrest will be available. Baptist is getting 5, though. There's too many points. Baptist is quality. Give me the 5 points and Baptist.
I'm with you here.
Alarming. It's taking on Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State's laying 2.5. Oof.
Why is this game at 9 p.m. Eastern?
I will lay the 2.5 with Jacksonville State. What are you doing?
Shane, they got drilled by the Flaming Libs the other night, so bounce back here.
Yeah, I think you just gotta take. I don't know. That game sucks.
Bring your own bail game.
Yeah. Long Beach State's catching 7 in Irvine against UC Irvine. Those teams are not. That's a short trip. It's like a 10-minute. That's like a 20-minute drive, depending on what time. At night at 2 a.m. you can get there in like fucking 10 minutes. I feel like. Give me the dirt bags of Long Beach State plus 7. What are you doing here?
I'll ride it with you as well here. Take Long Beach.
The Portland Pilots catching 16.5 at St. Mary's. I'll take it. What are you doing there?
Yeah, man, that's a lot of points. I'll take Portland here. Who's St. Mary's got on deck? Yeah.
Hawaii's good, by the way. I feel like we need to talk about
they got
them.
a big road win.
Hawaii's laying 3 in Fullerton. Cal State Fullerton's not bad either. It's actually a pretty decent game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ride Hawaii minus the 3, but I think this is a game. What are you doing here?
I'll take the Rainbows here.
Yeah, let's go. Weber State's laying 8.5 against Idaho State. The Bagels. Weber State's been fire lately. I will lay the 8.5. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm going to take Weber here in this situation over Idaho State, the Bengals.
UNLV heads to the pit where everyone gets laid to take on New Mexico. New Mexico's laying, am I seeing this correctly, 4.5? They just lost at Fresno. Give me New Mexico minus 4.5. Lock it up. What are you doing here?
My only hesitation is this is a little bit of a rivalry, but I mean, the pit after a loss, it'll be lit. Let's go, Lobos. Lock it up.
Yes. Oregon State's catching 14 in Boulder. KJ Simpson, I think, is playing in this one. I will take the 14 in the Beavers, though. Letdown spot for the Buffs. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I like the Buffs in these big spread games, so I'm with you here.
Wait, I took Oregon State.
What'd I say? Oh, I meant the Beavers. Yes, the Beavers.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
the Beavers, the Buffs. Yeah. I like both teams, but yes, I'm on the Beavers here. They've been good against the bigger numbers.
Nice Beaver.
Next up, San Fran. This game's fantastic. I should go to this game. I might go to this game. San Francisco heads to Loyola Marymount to take on. So San Francisco, the bounce back spot, the heartbreaking loss to Gonzaga. Now they got to take on the greatest human being to ever touch down on planet Earth, Kelly LePepe. Loyola's laying 3. I'm sorry, LePepe. Give me the Dons +3. What are you doing?
Was Thursday night a Dream Crusher game, though? That's my only thing with this handicap is. But Marymount's coming off the big win as well. I'm going to keep riding LePepe. I was on him against BYU. I'll take LePepe and lock it up.
Oh,
let's go. They're good, man.
Good.
I like that team.
LePepe -3. It's the only way to gamble on Saturday. LePepe -3. Final game on the slate. Gonzaga heads to Santa Clara. Santa Clara's catching 8. Give me the Bronx of Santa Clara. Broncos +8. What are you doing?
I'm with you here. Gonzaga did survive the scare the other night, but Santa Clara, they play slow under Herb Sendick. I think they keep this thing close. Yeah, you know what, man? I'll lock it up. The Broncos have been my team. I'm finishing the night strong. Let's go, Broncos.
Moneyline Mac saying come ride with the Broncos. Let's go. All right. Pick Dundee here. My locks to recap a crazy 2-hour show. I'm locking up New Mexico -4.5 at home at the Pit. I am locking up. Oh, we didn't talk Butler Seton Hall. Seton Hall's laying 5. Give me Butler +5. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'll lean to a Seton Hall. They're good at home, man. So, and Butler, I mean, they've been playing better, but they got right against Georgetown and DePaul. So, let's step up here.
I'm taking Butler. I think it's a game.
Yep.
So, yeah, my locks, New Mexico -4.5 at home against UNLV. Locking up Queens -3.5 at home against Kennesaw. I am locking up St. Thomas -7 against Omaha Steaks. I am also locking up Virginia Tech -5.5 at home against NC State. I am locking up Texas Tech -5 against Oklahoma. I am locking up Harvard +9.5 at Yale. Sprinkle some on the money line. I am locking up LSU is one that might happen. Stick around. What else do we got here? What were some of my other locks here? I am locking up. Where are we at? Where the fuck are we at here? Let's go with VMI +16 at Chattanooga. Lock it up. Charlotte +9.5 at Florida Atlantic. Lock it up. I got Hofstra -6 at William and Mary. Lock it up. I got UTEP +6 at La Tech. Wait, I already bet that game. So I got 6.5, but I'm seeing it at 6 right now, so I don't know. I am locking up. What the hell else did I lock up? I feel like I had a couple more in there. San Jose State +2 at home against Nevada. And I believe Colorado State -5.5 at home against Fresno State. I think that is all of mine. I might have missed one there. Oh, no. Ohio -2 at Bowling Green. Also, Tarleton getting 9 at Sam Houston State. Good God, there's a lot. Did we do Princeton Cornell? I don't think we talked Princeton Cornell.
No, so these games come out late just because of, or these lines come out late because they play tonight. So we did not go over Princeton Cornell.
That's a great game. That's the top 2 teams in the Ivy.
Yeah.
Cornell's laying 3. Give me the big red. What are you doing there?
Take the big red, man. They've been rolling.
Yeah, so those are my locks. Also, VCU -5 at home against Davidson. Fire away with your locks, my friend.
Yeah, like you said, this is the biggest slate of the college basketball season, 140 plus games. So we got
Wisconsin
quite a bit
plus
of
6.5 also.
Badgers.
Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah. Go.
It's quite the amount of locks and quite the amount of games. So here we go. Let's lead it off. The Rams in Richmond -5.5 at the Siegel Center over Davidson. Cowboys over the Longhorns -2 in Stillwater. Mike Snow White +7.5. Sprinkle some on the money line in Gainesville. Roll Tide Roll -5.5. They're going to put it on Big Blue Nation. Here you go. Eastern Michigan -1.5 over Central Michigan. The Courtney Love game right there. It smells. Northern Iowa. This one also smells. +2. They get it done over Southern Illinois. VMI, I'm with you in the Earl Grant game +16 at Chattanooga. I'm going to go Charlotte here as well. +9.5 at Florida Atlantic and a little bit of a letdown spot for the Owls. Sparty, baby. Tom Izzo gets it done in the tunnel game over the Wolverines.
Love that. I mean, I didn't bet that. I might bet. I forgot UAB. Lay the big number with UAB. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. They're later in the slate as well. South Alabama, baby. -4 gets it done over the Bobcats at Texas State. Marshall, Huntington. I'm going to West Virginia. Let's go. They're going to get it done against Coastal. Bounce back, laying the big number. San Jose State, Tim Miles +2 on the money line. They're going to beat Nevada and Steve Alford. Colorado State, ram it up, baby. -5.5 over Fresno. We're both on this one, right? The Ohio Bobcats -2 at Bowling Green. Richmond, the Spiders -2.5 against Duquesne. Here we go. Ivy League matchup here. Harvard +9.5. Sprinkle some on the money line. It's a rivalry against Yale. Next up, we got the Texas Tech Raiders. Desperate spot here. -5 against Boomer Sooner. I'm with you here. UAB, Andy Kennedy, they put it on FIU in Miami at the airport. -12.5. The Hokies, Ryan Kramer here, laying 5.5 and a letdown for NC State. And here comes some brand picks here. The Tommies -7.5 against Omaha. Queens -3.5 against Kennesaw. Southern Indiana -1 against SIUE. And that gets me to the Lobos now, -4.5 against Vegas. And then we got some stinky games out west late. Marymount -3 against San Fran. Santa Clara +8.5. And that gets me to my final lock. If you listen to College Basketball Experience and you haven't learned anything yet, you do not take the Kansas Jayhawks tomorrow night. The West Virginia Mountaineers are going to put it on the Jayhawks. I will be burning couches, and I will see you at the winner's circle after I get done burning those couches. Cheers.
Fuck yeah. Get some footage when you storm the court. Get some footage because that is all about the college basketball experience. Why college sports are so great. Cannot wait. I hope Bob Huggins deals them and Allen gets that 20K or 25K. That's absolutely fantastic. Let's go, folks. I know has he sealed the deal on his date tonight? The question is,
hopefully she's not a Spartans fan.
Yeah, maybe. I don't even know if he's on a date, but let's just keep playing into it. Folks, subscribe to the College Basketball Experience. We appreciate you. This was a marathon play, but don't forget, I'm back early in the morning. I'm getting up at 6 a.m. I'll be up in fucking a little bit of time here. Actually, no, I'll be up at 5:30 a.m. So, folks, check out the pregame show tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. on the Pacific and on the Pacific Ocean. All right. We also will have a college football episode. Me, Sean, and Ryan will give you in the afternoon there. So subscribe, tell a friend, and appreciate you rocking with us. And let's make some money. Let's fucking make some money. Get the SGPN app. Also, check out all of our podcasts. Ryan and Rush Show, the NFL Gambling Podcast, the College Football Experience, the FCS Championships on Sunday. FBS Championships on Monday. We got you covered. Go listen to those episodes. College Baseball Experience. Get the SGPN app. Come talk college hoops tomorrow. Discord. Honestly, it'll be a blast. All right, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord. This is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Yeah, I make the best records, got the test questions, and people pressing up to see the professor. I profess my love for the fresh pressure. Put pressure on you types, the much less just a customer in Westchester. Worldwide girls know me as a breast molester. I'm fresh on the keys like John Medeski. Yesterday used to be scrambled eggs for breakfast. Got big expectations and some big checklists. Make it happen, quit flashing your chicklets. Cause the company jargon sounding ridiculous. I'm suspicious that you're just stickless. Yeah, it sticks.